video for Warhammer Quest Cursed City. Today we're plowing through and we're building all of our characters. Hopefully we can get into some of the spooky Oafen Watch also. But now we're on to the hero known as Brutogg, Corpse Eater. He's an ogre. Looks like he's got some nice chainmail, nice equipment. One arm in like the back, as if he just used it, did a big swing. The other left coming forward in a punch. That's a pretty cool action pose. Makes it seem like he's mid attack, like he's actually attacking. And all right, we're taking a look at the different bits here. Looks like, again, you've got the weapon connecting to that part of the torso, and this looks like the left side, because that connects to the back. Then, oh no, that's the right side. I'm sorry, that's the right side. So this is like looking at it from the back. He's facing forward. This is the right leg, the right arm behind him, the front part of his torso, all that connects to look at like that. The back part connects to the back. The left leg connects there. His belt to ostensibly hide all of the gaps. And then from there, you go with the arm and then the head. And that's it. Then decorative piece on the base there. All right. Should be pretty easy of a build. I clipped everything out already, and I cleaned all the mode lines. I'll talk about any that were particularly difficult. This one came together pretty easily, or cleaned up rather pretty easily. Oh, I'm sorry, I took my ring light out for a second. 1, 2, 3. There we go. A little bit better. I think my ring light needs a charge. All right, so looking for the right leg now, as well as the spike. Yeah, what a lovely name. I think his history. Oh, what's up? Otaris 2099. That's right. Back at it. Yeah, I think his history is that he was dared to eat a corpse, or he just did out of desperation, or just to see what would happen. So he ate like a zombie. And I think that's his history, and now he's grown it. He's developed a taste for it. So it's not the most creative backstory, but it'll do. I love the chainmail, man. So much chainmail on a model is just beautiful to look at. Usually chainmail, they kind of skimp over doing it. I mean, look at this. I did your painting challenge thing a long time ago. I remember. Where did you go by a different name when you did my painting challenge, Otaris? I remember your Scourge profile picture. I'm also doing Cursed City right now. Oh, right on, man. So you can give me some tips, because you're doing Cursed City right now. So like, this is what I mean. Games Workshop, usually known for throwing a couple of links in a little strip of chainmail here and there. This one, they're really doing it up. His whole entire torso looks like it's covered in chainmail, which is good. All right, we're gonna, looks like glue. This is nice because this part of the leg slots horizontally into this part of the torso, and it looks like all of that lines up pretty good. So I'm gonna put some glue on to that part, and we're gonna get started sealing it up and just holding it in place. Let me know what you guys are working on. I mean, it's a nice Sunday morning, I guess afternoon now, and I hope you guys are having a great time out there, whatever you're working on. Another interesting thing I noticed about this guy, he's got little doodads, little flasks on him with a dwarven rune on it. I don't know what that's about. Interesting. I think my name was the same. I don't even remember what I painted for the challenge. I think some corn demons. Yeah, you know what? I definitely remember. I remember your red Scourge profile picture. So cool, man. Welcome back. It's always nice when you see people that you've seen on YouTube and interacted with before. especially if you've done one of my challenges, one of my crazy painting challenges, uh, and you're still watching my videos. Thank you for taking part and doing that. All right, let's get on to the backwards spiked ball. You know, another thing I noticed, Otari, is like these. A lot of these little nubbins look like they are just extra bits of sprue that I should clip off, and I know they're not, but man, they do make it really hard to differentiate. I guess you have to slot them in a certain way. Yeah, it looks like this goes into the top. Did you glue? That's a question I'm going to ask anybody who has Warhammer Quest Cursed City. Did you glue or just pop everything in like they say? You can just dry fit it. Don't worry, you don't need glue. You can clip off a millimeter or two of the little cylinder if you want to glue them. Yeah, I am going to. I'm going to glue them. I think it'll help a little bit more for my peace of mind. Yeah, I think most people will glue the models together. All right, here we go. I think the Jelson Derrick one, I had such a hard time finding the angle. And this little nut, like I kept bending it. I thought it was going to break. Just I couldn't get it. Oh, no. See, it's happening again. All right, give me, we're not heretics here. We're not heretics here. We glue our models together. That's right. The thing I like about these larger scale models too is that you can really see the detail. It's a lot easier to pick them out. The smaller models, the smaller scale, they're not as then because they're smaller, the models themselves are physically smaller. It's harder to reach all the places. And then when you're just handling the models, they look a little bit less. They're a little less impressive too. Like this guy's going to be so much fun to paint just because of the size of it. Him, the big spooky vampire bat thing, that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's get the back half of the torso on, then we can secure him in place, make sure he doesn't keep shifting while we're working. So it looks like the joins are going to be here on the left side of the body as well as in the little slot there. I'm also going to put a little glue onto the bottom slot because that's where the left leg is going to go in just a minute. But for now, I'm going to put the back torso on, and looks like it goes into that slot. All right, see ya, Ninja. Thanks for watching my videos today, man. Oh, this is so weird at the angle I'm working on. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I gotta just have it right in front of my face for just a second. Every time I try to work on it in front of the camera, it all always comes out funky. Good luck with the rest of your Cursed City. Thanks, Ninja. Appreciate it. I think I'm gonna need more luck. Okay, so I had the model in, and then when I pushed him up like that, then it slots firmly into place. And then you see the seam there. It's gonna need a little bit more push. All right, so the left leg is gonna go right in there. I've already put some glue into that slot as well as on the left side of the body. So yeah, that's the next one. So let's get the leg in. Looks like the leg and then the belt. It looks like the seam is right there. I noticed that they're covering these seams with things like the belt is going to come right over there. So let's, I guess that's, oh, that's the next step. All right, so let's do the head. We'll let our glue have just a second. Looked back at my channel, and yeah, I did all Scourges and Dark Eldar. Yep, that's right. That's right. And you did a video too, didn't you? You did like a tutorial because one of my challenges was to film like a how-to to help other people out. And I think you did a tutorial on what was it? Was it basing or I don't exactly remember, but I remember thinking, oh, cool. He did a video for that one. Not many people did how-to guides. All right, so his arm just goes slots right in. Yeah, it covers that back seam real good. Didn't finish the whole month. No, no worries, man. I think for people who do my painting challenges, just having any videos showing any progress, like taking that first step. It's easy to plan and say, I'm gonna do 31 days of videos, and this is my plan. I've got all these models I'm gonna paint up, but then actually doing it, even if it's just a couple videos, even if you don't make the whole month, even if you just get started, like no one's gonna take away what you were able to do. Oh, look at how that went on. That went on real nice. And like the back part of his, I get it. The back flap armor of his helmet just connects to the front. Let's see that again in slow motion. Looks like the slot fits perfect, and then the back armor goes right in. The Rockbird, Hawaiian Girl, Singing Dwarf, and now Shrek. That's right, donkey. Oh boy, tell me about it. Watching my old videos is mega cringe. Sometimes when I feel like I'm getting too big for my britches, I just remind myself, hey, you used to film with a flip camera. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. I need to upgrade some of my equipment too. All right. Wow, he looks really good. Oh, got to put that belt on in the back. His utility pack. I remember my old camera, my old Canon T3, T4i, whatever it was. I remember it was like it wouldn't auto zoom. So every once in a while, when I would see that it was out of focus, I would have to reach up to the lens and kind of auto zoom it manually. Man, those were the days. Back in my day, phones had to be flipped open. Oh boy, back in my day, you only had a Nokia phone, and the only game you had on it was Snake. All right, Snake. Doom ba doom ba doom doom doom. Put that on there. That slot's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Look at that. That looks pretty nice. I really like this figure, you guys. A lot of these figures, when you see them on the box, how to do cork bases on my racks. Yeah, I remember that. I remember cork bases. Awesome. Just adding that texture to a base. What was I saying? A lot of these models, when you see them on the box art or even in other videos, you don't really get a sense for how they feel, how they look when you turn and you see all the angles. I really like this guy. I really like him. All right, that's enough of that. It looks like with the base, you're going to be putting his foot on the forward slot, and then this slot is going to be for the decoration. I wonder why they only gave this guy a little decorative cork, plastic shavings, and texture. That's how you do it. That's like it's like a super base. All right, I glued both flat parts of his foot, both feet, I rather. So when you get him on the base, not only is that first foot going to be solid, but you're also going to be gluing the back so he don't move at all. Ogre privilege. He's got now what's up with this front part of this base? A little bit of flash on the base itself. All right, all the bases are the same. This guy has a wide stance, so they only have one slot for his foot. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I think they need something to fill the empty space on that second slot. Yeah, because you've only got one slot and you have all this empty null space in the center. Get some glue in there, and we're gonna pop the skull on. Okay, I'm sorry. I just can't. Oh no! I'm trying to get. Oh, stupid me! They should have wrote down, put that first, and then glue the guy on. Because once you have him in place, his crotch is right over where you want that to go. Gonna have to do some surgery here, boys. That's the second time I said boys in my stream. And I know, looking at my Google Analytics, that you guys are all dudes, but who knows? A girl who wants to paint Cursed City might one day. I thought it was funny. Oh, I'm sorry, Otarius, I missed that. Talking about gender politics on my channel. I think that's the way it's supposed to go. That is how I would, let's see. Yeah, that is how I would, just because you want the focus of the model. If you're looking at the model, you want to have him facing front, right? So you could see which direction he's looking. You wouldn't have the skull facing backwards. That wouldn't make any sense, because then you'd only be able to see him through the legs like that. Peekaboo. You want him. You want the skull facing out. It's good that it's facing a different direction. It would also look weird if the skull was facing the same direction as the ogre. That would look strange. But yeah, he came together really well. I was worried because this is the most pieces of a miniature that I've seen yet. Don't scare me like that, Brady. GW thugs at my door. We're here to confiscate your cursed city. The before I lose my train of thought completely. The great thing about this model, the wide stance, so that even if you're not gluing your model, you have the chance to place him on the base, anchor him on both ends. This empty space at the center, either you don't put this little decorative piece and you just fill it with basing however you want, or you do and then you just base around it. That's what I'm going to do. Man, I should get a sponsorship from these guys already. AK, natural texture, rough terrain. That's what I'm going to use to put on the bottom. As you can see, I added it to my dwarf already. It's drying nicely. And I'm going to just layer it on top there, let it dry, go off. And then I think I'm going to have to just build everything, build all my dudes, and then let them dry completely. I'm afraid of spray priming these guys while the texture is still not completely dry. So I'm going to probably let them sit overnight. It'll also let the glue dry as well. Make sure that the bond is really solid on all my guys. Yeah, looks good. GW Thugs Disguise as the AK sponsors. Brady, stop cracking jokes on my streams, man. I'm trying to get these models done. That's funny. I use a similar thing, Vallejo ground texture acrylic. Yeah, Vallejo's products, I did take a look at them. I found they had some that were smaller size, like just little pots, and I wanted something that I knew would last me a while. But Vallejo was definitely my first choice. They're actually the first product that I found. And then when I found that this AK setup, then I did find this. So I went with this. It was a little bit more, but I think you get more in the package. And it just blows Games Workshop. I mean, like, look at, do I have any of their? I have a Games Workshop Astro Granite that has almost completely dried. And it was in one of their little paint pots. And it was really frustrating. Same as peanut butter jar full of texture. I think Otarius, maybe my store didn't carry the larger tub. I think my Vallejo selection at the store that I was at had only smaller pots. I think it was about like this size of a pot, and I was like, I know I'm going to run through a lot of it for the amount of painting that I do. Sorry. Let's get focus here. Yeah, the Games Workshop was way too expensive for the amount you get. And it's really just texture. It's like colored texture paint. You know, it's colored harder paint with grit and texture inside. So I decided to get off the Games Workshop train for that. For those of you who are Games Workshop purists, I try to be very strict on using most of my Games Workshop paints for my miniatures, because I know a lot of people, they only have Games Workshops. They don't have full-fledged hobby stores. Vallejo ground texture on Amazon. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. That's another thing I got to put on my wish list, along with the magic plastic cement. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to move on to who is our next hero. Oh, great. Spooky Nun Lady. So this model is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. All right, that's a nice sensible five pieces rather than the 9 of Mr. Corpse Eater here. Plastic Magic Plastic Glue. All right, thanks. Thanks, Brady. I'm definitely going to put that on my Amazon wish list. And yeah, thanks for watching. We're going to clip out the bits for this. I'm going to clean them off camera, and then we're going to start a new live stream with, what's her name? Cleona Zeitingale. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you in the next one. Later, players.